The Monty Python saga continues as John Cleese and Eric Idle clash over management decisions, exposing old wounds and financial grievances. John Cleese has reopened his long-running feud with Eric Idle, taking to X, formerly Twitter, to hit back at his Monty Python co-star's latest criticisms. The clash, which first spilled out in early 2024, centers on long-running disputes over finances and management of the comedy troupe. Idle has repeatedly criticized the decision to appoint Holly Gilliam, daughter of Terry Gilliam, as Monty Python's manager after the group's final farewell shows in 2014. Idle has claimed that the group's income streams have tailed off so disastrously since she took over, leaving him forced to work well into his 80s. "We own everything we ever made in Python, and I never dreamed that at this age the income streams would tail off so disastrously," Idle posted in 2024. "But I guess if you put a Gilliam child in as your manager you should not be so surprised. One Gilliam is bad enough. Two can take out any company." On Friday, Cleese, 85, took to X to fire back at Idle's latest criticism. "Very upset to see that Eric Idle is once again attacking Holly Gilliam, the Monty Python manager," he wrote. "I want to make it clear that Michael Palin, Terry Gilliam and I are totally satisfied with Holly's work. He has bullied her for several years," as he added, "We all think it's shameful," continuing, "For those in doubt about what I say, please wait till you see the emails." When one commenter responded, "The day will not come where I take what Mr. John has to say on face value," Cleese replied, "Obviously you think I am wrong to defend Holly. Can you explain?" Asked whether the group ever tried to hash out their differences in person, Cleese answered, "He only communicates with us through his lawyer." Meanwhile, "Do you object to my defending someone who is being continually bullied? What would you do if someone attacked your friend?" In another post, Cleese corrected what he said were lies about the departure of former manager Jim Beach. "Just correcting some lies," he wrote. "Would it be better if we left them unchallenged? For example, I did not fire Jim Beach. He was a good friend of mine. He had a bad stroke and resigned. Why would Eric lie about that?" Idle has long maintained that Cleese forced Beach out. Speaking last year, he claimed, "I don't mind, but once they put Gilliam's daughter in as manager and Cleese fires Jim Beach, well, it's over." Cleese has been adamant this version of events is untrue. Jim, who was an old friend of mine from Cambridge days, became Python manager after the O2 show. About 4 years ago he suffered a bad stroke and subsequently resigned as our manager. His number 2, Holly Gilliam, automatically took over as Python manager. Defending her further, he added, "I have worked with Holly for the last 10 years, and I find her very efficient, clear-minded, hardworking, and pleasant to have dealings with. Michael Palin has asked me to make it clear that he shares this opinion. Terry Gilliam is also in agreement with this." The tension has exposed long-standing cracks within Monty Python, despite the global success of their films and sketches. Idle himself has acknowledged how bitter relations have become. Speaking to Metro, he said, "People say, 'You're having a spat,' and I say, 'I haven't done any spitting.'" He added, "We haven't done anything for 40 years. They're not my family. You know, you don't have to stay with them. You don't stick with them." Idle has also accused the surviving members of being miserable and horrible and B*******Y when it comes to royalty payments, and claimed he suspects they earned more money than he did. Cleese, for his part, once quipped that the two had always loathed and despised each other, though he later claimed the remark was a joke. Idle has summed up the feud by calling it a pity, but insists the disagreements are rooted in business. "I think it's a pity. I think it's only to do with business," he said. "I have a saying, people can either get old and bitter or old and bitter, and there's your choice."